Ladies
Hello.
and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Codex After Dark, Comics Unleashed. My name is Tim the Terrible. This beautiful man over here is Sal the Slab Guy. Down below is Dan the Kelly Art, the road manager for the man who holds the pillars of Codex. That would be Uncle Gary himself.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't be a wiener. Make sure to tip your server, please, because it's going to be an awesome show.
My goodness.
Ooh, excuse me.
Excuse you.
That's right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, like always, we have got an amazing show jam-packed with 4-color ink, staples, and some really awesome paper.
And long boxes.
And long boxes, too. And
Long
also,
boxes.
don't forget, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we got somebody in the chat. No, we don't.
Already?
Yeah, we do. We got Wes in there.
Wes.
Hey, Wes.
There he is.
What's up, Wes?
Good
What's
to
up,
see
Rebel
you.
Scum?
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, tonight is the last night that you can enter in to win Feral #1 Nirvana Comics exclusive cover right here on the Codex Station. We'll be talking more about that later tonight.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Let's go ahead and get the good business out of the way before we get started showing some amazing comic books. And this will give everybody an opportunity to sit back, relax, and get comfy. All right. Uncle Gary, we've got something we want to give to them. It's Christmas every time we do this at Codex. What would that be?
Yes, it is. And wouldn't you love to unwrap our gifts? This at the Codex Station, every host, everybody has a Yule log for you. At the Codex Station, all the hosts you see, we have all the socials, every single last one of them. And we would like nothing better than to give them to you.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, how can you deny such a sultry voice like that? At the Codex Station, your favorite social media platforms, and where we're live streaming right now, please make sure to hit the like, share, subscribe, and or follow so you don't miss content like this all the time, every time. If you are currently a subscriber, thank you very much. But if you're not, you've been sitting on the fence, hey, that fence is kind of pointy. On the other side is where us coders are, and we're super cool dudes. Come on over, hit the subscribe button. You can do that right now. Super easy. Also, when the day is over, the sun has gone down and rises in the next morning. Dan is playing the ukulele, and Sal.
I have one over here if you want me to get it.
Sal is making bacon and eggs, and Gary is reading the morning paper, all while I am clipping my toenails. Ladies and gentlemen, go to thecodexstation.com to get some merch, meet the team, and so much more. Once again, thecodexstation.com for all your Codex needs.
And for those of you that are sitting on the fence and wiggling, no judgments.
That's right. So sexy.
Yeah, it's
All
like
right.
riding a bike after you take the seat off of it.
There
That's
you
right.
go. There you go.
Ah.
Sal.
Hey, Gary, how was the draft party today? Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Draft was pretty good. Saw some old greats like Roy Jefferson, and then saw Doc Walker, Brian Mitchell, and then on where we were at in the VIP section, Jamin Davis and Johan Dotson were there.
Nice.
Briefly came through where we were, so it was fun. We stayed there. We had a good time, and then we came on back. And we rode the big wheel at National Harbor.
Nice. Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
You see that one of the guys the last player that was taken in the third round was that they took is Christian McCaffrey's brother.
Absolutely. And a bunch of the players that they took,
I have no clue.
team captains. So they took a lot of team captains, which was pretty cool. That's the kind of guy they want. They want leaders.
No.
And so violent leaders.
I did.
Christian McCaffrey is far and away the best running back in the NFL and was a legitimate contender for MVP last year, even though he's not a quarterback. And his dad was Ed McCaffrey, who played for years in the league and won as a wide receiver and won 2 Super Bowls with the Broncos.
Now, I did learn something about the draft today, and that is that the general manager for the Lions calls the other teams to kind of mess around with them during draft day.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's cool if he does.
I saw a clip of that today where he was calling the Browns head coach or the GM and called who else did he call? The Vikings or something like that, and they'd all hang up on him. They're like, it's Jeffries or whoever it is. He's calling.
So he's prank calling him.
Yeah. Did you come down on your offer yet? No.
And I know none of us are Cowboys fans, but there was a pretty cool draft moment for the Cowboys last year where one of the guys that's a scout for him, his son was coming out in the draft, and the Cowboys ended up drafting him. It wasn't high; it was like the 5th round or something.
Yeah.
And the way that they let him know, because his dad wasn't. I
know Detroit did, TJ, but I don't know if the Redskins did.
No, I don't think we got any Bama players, but Washington got some really good players today this weekend. They did well. They did well in the draft.
Go on, Dan. Finish your thoughts. Sorry.
So the guy, his father, since he works for the Cowboys as part of the scouting department, he can't be home with his son, waiting for the call. He's in the war room while they're doing everything. So the way the Cowboys let him know that they were drafted him was his dad called him, and they had it on speakerphone and recorded it. And they went, "What's up, Richard?"
Hey, Richard.
And he's like, "Hey, son." And he's like, "Oh, hey, Dad. How's it going? What's up?" And he's like, "I got a question for you." He goes, "Yeah." He's like, "How would you like to come to work with me on Monday?" And that's how they let him know that they were drafting him.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. It's like, I don't like the Cowboys, but and you could see like how emotional the dad was like making that call too. So I thought that was a pretty cool moment.
That was cool. Today, Philadelphia traded up and got Brian Trotter's son.
Nice.
Who was a player that played with them, and I think
Jeremiah Trotter. With the Skins and the bounce was like what the Eagles, the Redskins, and then back to the Eagles.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, here, gentlemen, let's go ahead and check the chat real quick, and then we'll get our introductions out of the way before we get started with this amazing show. But Richard has something to say to you, Dan. Your Cammy drawing was amazing.
Nice.
Oh, thank you. I actually did the inks on it, finished it yesterday, so I'll post that next week. I decided to take the gun out of her hand and just have it be a fist. So
right on.
That works.
All right. Sal, let everybody know what you do when you're not doing Codex stuff, if you don't mind.
Oh, sure. You can always find me on YouTube under Sal's Comic Corner, where I do mail calls and unboxings and all that. Good and plenty. And then also under Instagram as the Slab Guy 77.
Beautiful. And Dan, with that glorious artwork that we were just talking about, let people know what Richard saw and where they can see that also.
Oh, sorry. I was just messaging Sonny trying to figure out when we're going to record our top 10 during the week, which you could see if you are a member of the Codex Station.
Mm-hmm.
And it will probably be me and Sonny recording one next week.
Oh,
and me and Sal are recording one tomorrow.
Yes, indeed.
Right? What was I supposed to say?
Give that me on the screen.
Oh, they can find you. To Instagram at Dan Kelly Art and use that to give me your money.
There you go.
The same. 1K. 1K for DK.
Yes.
1K.
Sal's helping drag it across the line. That big D. Yep.
That's right.
Get this massive D across the finish line. Speaking of Sal, Richard says those Green Lantern foil comics are oh so cool.
Oh yes, thank you. And I believe it was it you that actually made a comment on the unboxing?
Me?
No, Richard.
Oh, it was Richard. Yeah,
Richard. Yeah. So I just saw it today and I responded to him. So, but yes, thank you very much. And I did answer your question, and the answer is yes.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna laugh when Sal sends them all off to be graded. And all of them come back as a 9.8, except for one that comes back as a 9.6, and it'll totally ruin the whole thing of putting them up together.
I'll crack that guy in a heartbeat and do what I need.
I will send it back over and over again until I get the grade I want.
Dan,
whoever the last grader was, skip him.
Do me a favor, Dan, and introduce the beefiness that is right next to you.
The beefcake. The beefcake.
The beefiness.
The beefcake. The Brutus, the barber, the beefcake.
Well, what is there to say that hasn't already been said before? He's doing it better than anyone else that's alive. He's not just a man. He's the man. Last year, he spent more money on comics than you spent, than you even made. So he's the Rolex wearing, diamond wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, styling and profiling, son of a gun that is the master and commander of the Library of Comics. That's Uncle Gary.
Oh, thank
Yes.
you. Love that, Dan. Way to go. Way to bring it home, baby. I appreciate that very much. That's why you're my road manager, and that's why you are the man. Buy his art. I own his art. I've got his art in this wonderful Library of Comics. Art from Dan Kelly adorns it. So you can adore and adorn all at the same time when you have his art. So there you go.
There you go.
All right. Thank you. You can catch me at Comic Logic. Comic Logic, we're Loudoun County's only comic book store. Please come in and see us. We would love to see you. Got a great big event coming up this coming week. We have Free Comic Book Day, and on Free Comic Book Day, we are having Mr. Brendan Wayne, who plays this guy. He plays the Mandalorian in the TV show when the helmet is on. That's Mr. Brendan Wayne. He will be here at the Library of Comics next week, next Saturday. He will be here. He will be touring it. And for me, it's extra special because he is John Wayne's grandson. And I'll have John Wayne's grandson in my house, which is pretty damn cool. So I'm looking forward to that. But he will be at Comic Logic next Saturday, so please go see him. Also, then I want to tell you about is on Sunday, May 19th is our spring lot con. We have a spring and a fall one. This is our spring one, and we turn our parking lot into a mini comic con. There'll be comics, there'll be writers, there'll be local artists, there'll be jewelry, there'll be toys, a lot of things that are family friendly, a lot of shops of interest, a lot of people that would love to trade your cash for goods. So please come support them. You know, when you're buying comics, trading paper for paper, it's a pretty good deal there, right? So
I agree.
Let's come and do that. So please come. At the last LotCon in the fall, we were blessed to see Sal and Dan there with their families. They had a good time. So if you come to this LotCon, you might see Codex and Comic Logic people all in the same place. Streams crossing, and hilarity shall ensue. So please come.
Dogs and cats living together.
Living
Mass
together.
hysteria.
Mass hysteria.
Yes,
Also,
Your Honor, it's true.
It's true. This man
Let's
has
have a small
Okay.
Yep. We also want to give love to our buddy Archduke Kevy, who started the Comic Character Day site. He is the reason that we all became acquainted because of Archduke Kevy and that site. I do a cover of the day. Dan does a random panel of the day. The one where the gal had a little bit of stuff around her lips the other day.
What is that on your mouth?
That was special. Dan
I
does,
thought you would appreciate that. I even messaged Sonny specifically. I was like, because he messaged me, he goes, "Hey, who am I supposed to be looking for at C2E2?" And I was like, "Oh, this guy that we interviewed, or that I interviewed, that you set up the interview for." I was like, "This guy," but I said, "Oh, by the way, did you see the panel of the day today?" And he's like, "Yeah, I saw it."
Well, it was a great one. So we again, much love to Archduke Kevy and Sal. Sal's always a contributor on there, and that man up there, Mr. Tim Morse, ever vigilant, always watching, just like Jamie's always watching to
We
make
got
sure
the dog tax.
that we're on the clock, that we're doing things right. And speaking of Mr. Tim the Terrible, there, he's the one that okay.
He took my headset. He wants attention.
Look.
It was wanted to be on the Codex.
He
Right?
brings out the animal in everyone and everything that they
Can't
just
help it.
cannot get enough. They want his attention, just like we do. And we're lucky that for a couple hours on Saturday night, he gives us his attention. That is prime time prowling time for Mr. Tim the Terrible. But he spends his time here with you, entertaining you and seducing you with those beautiful dulcet tones from that golden set of vocal cords that he has. He is the man whose voice cuts through the night and sends you into your domicile in a happy, happy mood. That is the one. That is the only Tim, the not so terrible.
Ladies and gentlemen, though I may have a gag reflex, I do not have a gab reflex.
Oh, I like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, this episode you are about to embark upon in 45 or so seconds is filled with boob jokes, crass humor, juvenile sarcasm, and mounds of silly joy. I
I
hope
like
you're
the
not
mount.
I do too. I hope you are not easily offended because we're here to have a great time and we know you guys are too. Ladies and gentlemen, it moved. Wes, it always moves when you utter soft, sweet words. So, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, stick around. We will be back in 45 seconds. Enjoy some groovy bass tones.
Oh, damn.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Codex After Dark Comics Unleashed. My name is Tim the Not So Terrible. This beautiful man over here is Sal the 9.6 slab guy. Down below is Dan the number 2 pencil art. And right next to him is the sometimes Atlas of Codex, Uncle Gary. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, this is Comics Unleashed. I hope you guys are ready because we have got an amazing show in store for you today. All right, Sal, you want to get us started off today with some beautiful comic books?
Sure. So we're just doing new pulls this week and back issues later?
That is correct. Pulls first, and then we will get some business out of the way with tonight's sponsor and how you guys can win this comic book here. And then we'll do some beautiful back issues followed by Uncle Gary's showcase. Ooh.
Under the sea.
Uh-oh.
Under the sea.
All right. So
I hear everything's better down where it's wetter.
Oh, it's not even midnight yet, and we've already got the dirty.
Well, it's kind of
all right.
Those are lyrics from the song of the Little Mermaid, you pervert.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am completely out of that. So let's move on, shall we?
That's why Sal set his stage.
So I want to add a little segment now to where I have this every week now. I wanted to say, what book had the most variants this week when it came out?
Sal would know. I don't know.
I have it written down right here because I keep forgetting. I've been wanting to do this for like a month now to say, hey, guess what book had the most variants this month?
Venom.
Power Girl.
Nope.
Avengers.
Nope.
Superman.
Nope.
I have no idea.
Oh, Dick Tracy.
Dick Tracy.
Nope.
Creature of Black Lagoon.
Nope. All right, ready?
Yes.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Volume 5, issue number 150.
The last issue.
28 variants.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Ninja Turtles does pour themselves out pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
Richard said Spider-Man, but alas, Richard, like the rest of us here at Codex, you were wrong.
But Richard, such a good segue because we go to the first book, and it's Amazing Spider-Man with, Tim's favorite Zeb Wells.
How of those 28 variants, how many did you get?
Actually, none. I'm not a turtle collector. That's just how it is.
Irrelevant now.
Yep. Tim's favorite writer, Tim Zeb Wells.
I cannot wait for him to get off of that book.
And we don't have confirmation that he's off. We Dan and I were at the shop today, and we asked John at the shop and said, "Hey, we heard that Zeb Wells is leaving issue 50." He's like, "I haven't heard anything of that."
Hope.
I don't think he is because issue 50 starts a new storyline.
God.
Yeah.
So he's not going to write the first part of the storyline and then bounce.
Yeah, no.
I will get them all secondary.
So next up is Sabretooth War Wolverine number 48. This is
Man,
part 8.
Still going?
It looks like
still going.
Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah.
Don't lie, Tim.
That's what I was thinking when I first saw it too.
Don't lie, Tim. You know you're shame buying a Spider-Man every month.
You are.
I can neither confirm nor deny that. So
he's rage buying it. So we got Rise of the Powers of X number 4.
I can't wait for that to be over too.
Yeah.
And then we got X-Men Forever number 2.
Ooh, that's nice. I like that. Jubilee's
All right.
kind of front and center down there on the bottom.
Yep. Did I not sort these out right? So I did not. So let's go with this one next. And that is Superior Spider-Man number 6.
That's a neat cover.
Mm-hmm.
Is Dan Slott still writing that?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Nice.
All right. And time for some foily goodness, ladies and
Oh.
gentlemen.
Here it is. I see it right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's dazzling.
Yep. That is so dazzling. This is
They
a
would
reprint
not
of
have put that
X-Men
out.
130.
They would not have put that out if Taylor Swift weren't going to be Dazzler in Deadpool and Wolverine.
And
I don't think so because I think they
I'll be
would
okay
have
with
because they've been doing they've been putting out a lot of
it's been putting out.
of X-Men facsimiles. They've been putting out a lot of X-Men facsimiles from that time period recently.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they had
have.
the one with Wolverine on the cover, like tearing up the Hellfire Club, and there were a
I
couple
got
other
that
ones.
one.
Yeah, there were a couple other ones.
All right.
Cool.
So we go on to DC now. I got Detective 1084.
My Lord, the covers on that are gorgeous.
Variants coming soon from HCC. All right. So we got Green Arrow number 11. The variant on that one.
Oh, that's
That's a good
nice.
one.
Yeah. The A covers are great, but some of these variants just knock it out of the park.
What special book reprint came out today? It's a DC book.
Crisis. Oh.
Oh,
Jeez.
I didn't even know that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be getting
Okay.
that next week.
All right. And that does it for my new books for this week.
All right. All
Bounds
right.
of goodness later as I show you my score from Big Lick.
There you go. Yeah, definitely. You guys did that. That video is going to be coming soon. So
Yeah.
keep an eye on
If the-
Codex for that,
If
ladies
the
and
if
gentlemen.
the editor could get off his ass and
I
actually
don't know
do the
who
editing,
that would be.
I
That's-
know, my
that's not
God.
me.
If I knew
Anyways,
who it was, I would smack him around.
Anyways, we've got some new books to show. I got some beautiful stuff here that's not having to do with editing or hitting buttons on a computer.
He likes
Green
to-
Arrow,
He likes to press buttons.
that I do. Green Arrow number 11. This is the A cover. Haven't read it yet, but this series, as always, is amazing. Wes says Detective Comics covers are always killer. And he says, tell me about it, Sal. What do you want him to tell you about? Because I didn't hear a single word he said having to do with editing or anything like that. So just putting that out there, ladies.
The
and
Detective Comics covers are great. It's
Yeah.
unfortunate that that's what's inside the book is not as great.
It's slow.
It's so boring at this point. Like, it's like just finish the story.
right.
God, it feels like it's been going on forever.
This, however, is not slow or boring. This is an amazing issue and an amazing series. This is Wonder Woman number 8.
That was a good issue. Yeah, I
The
read that.
Lasso of Lies.
Mhm.
Oh, it's a bondage
Oh.
cover.
Nah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Tim, push the big red button, Tim. Push it.
I used to have a that was easy button, but I don't have it anymore.
Oh, yeah.
That,
I remember
that Wonder Woman had a lot of Bible
Hey, Joe.
Bible verses in it.
So he says the story for Detective finishes at 1088.
I don't know. That's a good
That's
question.
a good question. That's
What
a good
issue?
question. I don't know.
Which issue is it on now?
Detective Comics. Is that story arc ending in 1088? 4 more issues?
What's the issue you held up?
Or
Sam?
more.
1084, I thought.
Joe, the art styles in that Wonder Woman issue are great. I
Yeah,
agree
1084.
100%. This
Yep.
this is on my short list. 1085, he says. This is on my short list of series of the year for the Codex Awards that'll be coming at the end of the year too. So stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned.
This, however, Jamie, thank you so much for getting me into this and having us review this on the podcast. This is my favorite current series right now, next to Wonder Woman, World Tree.
Nice.
Nice.
So good. And this is issue number 9. I cannot wait to dive into that. Tomorrow, every Sunday, is coffee and comic books. So
There you
I
go.
can't wait. Next, we have, excuse me, Conan the Barbarian, number
Conan.
10. Dan, we did the
That's life.
lamenting women, drinking coffee, and reading
Crush.
comic books.
Crush your enemies.
Crush your
That
enemies
too.
and see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of the women,
And then read
And-
comics.
And drink coffee.
and then read Conan comics.
This is a great series. Dan, we did the review of issues 1 through 4
Yeah,
on the podcast. Yeah, and you loved it. And
Art
this is
was so good.
10. Oh, so amazing. I love
So
it.
Joe says he had liked Ram V Detective, but yeah, 25 issue storylines too much.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think
I will say it's not too much if it's done right, because you look at what Zdarsky did with Daredevil, and that storyline, it was essentially one, and it kept building, and it'd be like one storyline into another, but it was all part of the same single narrative. And he had that going for years.
Right.
And when it ended, I was like, I want more of this. So it can be done if it's done right.
But like with Detective is a slow burn. And Dan, I think you even said it. You've said it several times where this would be a much better read in trade format.
Yeah, I think it'd be better when you could sit down and read it all at once. But honestly, every month when I sit down to read it, I'm like, God, just hurry. It just seems like it's just dragging so much.
Right. Moving forward, I got Daredevil number 8, and yes, this is missing the 16 pages. So there you go.
It's missing 16 pages.
16 pages, but it's not supposed to affect the main part of the story. The first story. This is oversized anniversary issue. And it's missing 16 pages.
So so they all shipped that way?
I think so. All, if not most.
So they had to pay so they charged $10 for an incomplete issue.
Well, the good thing is because I had this in my pulls, when new issues come in, I'm nearly positive that I will get the full complete issue. So,
and that'll make the missing one the premium.
Well, you're supposed to destroy them or send them back, but I'm not doing that to mine.
Nope.
Joe says the thing that is stressful is the stuff going on Batman's main title and this detective stuff where he is actually hanged and killed. Interesting. They do not combine with each other.
They do not collab.
You could suspend disbelief when, like, both books, okay, they don't have the same thing going on, but like he's in the city in both of them. Like, okay, and then if at Justice League, he's on the moon fighting someone, be like, all right, well, I can in my mind justify that he's doing that before or after this or something. But like when he's in Gotham doing all this stuff in one book, and in the other one, like Gotham is he's not there anymore. Everyone in Gotham thinks he's dead. This other family is like taken over, and everybody's, everything has changed completely. Like,
don't know where continuity is going, like Joe said.
Yeah.
Moving forward, we have another great title from Marvel. The Ultimates line is doing fantastic right now. And this is Ultimate Black Panther number 3. Storm and Killmonger. I like the designs for both. Not gonna lie, very excited about that. We have what I think is the best title Marvel has out right now, and this is Ultimate Spider-Man number 4.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Amazing Spider-Man with Zeb Wells.
And I'm sad that this has come to an end. This is the last issue for the series, but there are other minis coming out in the Energon universe, and this is Duke issue number 5.
Yeah.
Joe once again says Ultimate X-Men has me confused to how it is X-Men. I agree.
You're not the only one confused.
You're not the only one thinking that, Joe. Yep.
I agree, but I'm giving the book at least the first run's chance to see what it does. Gary, you are up, sir. What do you got for books this week?
All right, let's go with Marvel. Evidently, I've got a book that's missing 16 pages.
16 pages.
Oh, you better destroy that.
Yeah.
You just better go ahead and destroy that now.
Just one less incomplete book on the market.
All right.
Spider-Man number 4.
Spider-Man 4. Yeah. There's a certain phrase that somebody says in here that blew Rob's mind. So, in that book.
There's that X-Men.
Yes, it is.
Nice.
There's the X-Men.
What's the phrase that pays?
With great power, there must also come great responsibility. But it was said by a non-traditional source. All right. There we go. There's powers of the rise of X.
Dan, are you reading the X-Men titles too, or is it Gary, just you and Sal?
Oh no, I gave up on most of the titles about almost a year in, because I just couldn't stand them. I kept New Mutants going for a little longer, and the only one I'm currently reading is Wolverine.
Okay.
Wolverine Magic
I forgot to pick that up.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Wait
they
a
got
minute.
that
Hold that back
Wolverine
up
book.
again.
They got that Wolverine book coming out with the Wolverine Ghost Rider crossover.
Got that on order.
Stretch Armstrong Wolverine.
Hey, Gary, put that movie poster cover back up again, if you don't mind. What is?
Cool.
My Lord, is that Black Widow?
Yep, that is.
Captain, man, that is awesome.
Mm-hmm. And Cap is in this. Yeah.
Wow.
So this takes off, the famous cover where the three of them are on the cover.
Yeah.
Right. This is from derivative of that. Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
Avengers 13.
Is that an
Good old
Iron
Stark.
Sentinel?
Yeah, it's a Stark Sentinel.
This is. Yeah.
Orcus
Wow.
had taken over the Sentinels with Stark armor.
Wow.
And a great Avengers alternate cover.
Ooh, nice.
Oh.
So this is the
Right.
vantage point flipped of an Avengers 1 issue where they're
I
all
was gonna
running.
say, yeah.
Hey,
So who did the art?
wait a minute. Wait a
It's
minute.
who's furry blue
Look who's
behind
right
is that?
there.
Yeah, who's furry blue
Ain't
behind
that
is that?
something?
Yeah, and an Avenger book. Who would have thought that,
That's
right?
weird.
Yeah, that's the Beast as an Avenger. That's the
Clearly,
Beast
you have a
booty.
defective book. Just
That
throw
is-
that one away. Just
Yeah.
throw it away.
Throw
Uh,
it away. Throw it away.
Sal, even Richard saw it.
Yeah, see, Richard? And Richard, if you want to know, again, if you just want more affirmation about why I'm right that the Beast is better as an Avenger, you got to listen to me and Sal and I doing our top 10 list of why the Beast can have fun in his life and he doesn't have to be a miserable sack of blue fur when he's an X-Man.
So who did the cover art on that?
You know what? I'm not sure, but it was after Perez. So
I was going to say, because
Yeah.
whoever did it did a pretty good job of imitating Perez.
they did.
Sorry.
That's okay.
You do it.
Um,
Yeah, it's a
Well,
backwards
maybe-
wraparound. That's pretty cool, Joe. I like that.
yep.
Is
Very
Wonder
cover-
Man in there?
It's
He
Ron
was
Lim.
not. He was
You know
not
what?
alive
That's
at that
right.
point.
It's Ron Lim who
Ooh,
collaborated with him on Infinity Gauntlet.
nice.
Ron
Go ahead, show
Lim
TJ's comment. Go ahead. Go
and
ahead.
Israel Silva. What did TJ say?
The Beast is getting ready to moon Sal.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Hey, and you know what it is? It's a blue moon.
Oh, once in a
yeah.
blue moon, the
Once
Beast
in a
gives
blue
you a
moon.
blue moon. Moving right along.
Thank you, TJ. Thank you. I love you, brother. I love you. There, Tim's favorite book.
Yep.
And Superior Spider-Man.
Nice.
Um,
Oh, Rich is going to see Ron Lim on the
Yeah.
4th. Nice.
Oh, where's Ron Lim going to be?
Joe, it is just want to point that out. Yeah, the feed randomly pointed at you because Sal and I are fighting pushing buttons. But non-angry comic guys, you will not see us argue about anything except Beast being a better Avenger than an X-Man, or how much,
Oh,
That's right.
or how much,
I'm on an island by myself here. and I'm
or how
sorry.
much Zeb Wells sucks major and
Yeah.
total
You love
ass
Zeb Wells.
on a daily basis.
You've got a shrine to him over there in the corner. You can't see it. Just out of camera range.
Joe, I hope to see you in the chat quite often because you are about to be entertained.
Joe, welcome to the party, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome
Thank
to
you
the
for
party,
listening.
pal.
Yeah.
Welcome to the party. All right, so those.
So it looks like Ron Lim's going to be an A1 in Roseville,
Okay.
outside of Sacramento. That's cool.
Nice.
All right. Go
All
ahead,
right.
Gary. We have talked over you enough.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Independence. So let's go with a big independent trade collecting. Again, I love to highlight the reasons that the whole industry almost got banned. EC Comics, Tales from
Nice.
the Crypt.
That's
Nice.
Nice
beautiful.
archives collection, collecting 29 through 34 of the flagship title, Tales from the Crypt.
Wow.
So
That come
here
out
we
this
go.
week?
Yes, that came out this week.
Oh,
So
wow.
again, for y'all out there, these books almost got comics canceled in the 50s. You know, and you get a wonderful reproductions in here.
They were melting children's brains.
Oh, absolutely. And these books are just fabulous, and they're wonderful, and they're affordable for $19 here. So what this was, I think it was $19. I gotta put on the old man glasses again.
Joe, that's exactly correct. Those are the books that caused Comics Code Authority.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, for $19 you can have comic history. Let me tell you something. You can't even pay to look at one of the originals for $19. I have a few of them, and they are expensive. But this is the way to have the comic history and to appreciate it, and this is the way to collect it, buddy.
TJ says, stick around, Joe. This channel is a blast. We also argue that Hulk 180 was Wolverine's true first appearance, which most definitely was not.
Most definitely is.
Yeah.
There ain't no doubt about it.
Just
when was Gambit's first appearance?
That was Uncanny X-Men Annual 14.
Yeah.
Uncanny X-Men 266, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Yeah, but see, Annual 14 came out 3 weeks before it.
That was a shipping error, and
that's a top 10 right there. That's a top 10 right there.
We can't
it's
help
not a shipping error because if you look in the solicitation in the back of the Marvel books at the time, it lists the Annual coming out in July and 266 coming out in August.
Dan, do you know what I have to say about that?
What?
Oh, there you go. Nice. Tim is telling you not to confuse. You don't put facts in the. Don't introduce facts.
That's right.
Don't use logic.
We're not doing facts and logic here. What the hell's going on?
All right, Pine and Merrimack. I have been digging this series.
I've never even heard of that.
Husband and wife detective team. I really like it. It's been really good, and they've stumbled onto something really rotten. So there you go. So Pine
Joe,
and
once again with the great comments. Nobody gives love to Wendigo. We most certainly do.
No,
in Hulk 180.
Well, look. The problem about giving love to the Wendigo is after you give love to the Wendigo, he freaking devours you. He eats you. Yeah, so it's a praying mantis syndrome there. Holy smokes. Okay, there we go.
Oh, that's right. Dick Tracy came out this week.
Dick Tracy, baby.
The shop didn't have any of those.
Your shop doesn't have Dick? Well, you know.
Didn't have Dick.
Didn't have Dick. Yeah.
Maybe they figured you already had enough Dick in your life, Sal.
That's true.
Wow.
I got it swinging, man. I got it swinging.
Delsa, you got to tie that sucker
All
down.
right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm putting the disclaimer up right now.
It's after dark. It's okay.
Listen, speaking of after dark, in the corner back here, I've got the TV on mute, and Sydney and her Sweeneys are hosting Saturday Night Live.
Oh my God!
Wow. So,
doesn't she? I didn't watch it, but I know she did like a Hooters bit in there where she had the Hooters suit on.
Yeah, and that's not even the best outfit she wears. So let me just say that.
All right,
moving on. This is the book. This is the book.
Ooh, that's nice.
Ooh.
The Creature from the Black Lagoon. Some really good covers. There's an amazing Alex Ross cover to this.
Is that magazine size?
No, it's comic size.
Okay.
It's comic. It's comic goodness, baby. Creature from the Black Lagoon. I have not read it yet. I look forward to reading it.
I love that they are bringing these classic monsters back.
Oh yeah, man. So
Creature.
Nice.
Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh, it's
all right.
Wonderful.
All right. Speaking of Sydney, the role Sydney Sweeney is born to play. Here's Power Girl.
Oh, yep. There we go.
Fresh. And Sydney Sweeney has the chops, let's say, to play that role. So, and see Sydney and her Sweeney's in this just fine.
There you go.
That's
a nice window for you.
Yep, that was a good boob window.
Richard's got it back with a Creature from the Black Lagoon. It's got that classic movie look on it.
It sure does. Oh, there were quite a few variant covers for it that are great.
That's a cool cover, right?
I like that cover. Who did that cover?
Well, let's see.
Oh,
make me put
the glasses on back again.
Oh my God, Sydney Magnified. Wow. And it's after the Hughes cover, so it's an homage to the Adam Hughes cover that we highlighted a few weeks ago. Variant cover artists: Mark Brooks, Scott Forbes, Erwin Rodriguez. It's Brooks.
Yeah, I thought it looked like Brooks. It did.
Yep.
Richard, if you go back to the 80s, yes, in fact, they did make Bad Power Girl covers.
Yeah, they were the ones. Yeah, they were the ones that didn't have the boob window.
Yes,
those were the bad covers.
She had some pretty terrible costumes when she was part of Justice League International.
Yes, she did.
When she was from Atlantis.
Yeah,
that was a dumb costume and a dumb storyline.
There we go. This is Dan's favorite book right now. Lash.
Yes, it is.
Oh, settling the debate on who's the fastest between Barry and Wally. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't read it yet, so we'll see for sure.
The
Green Arrow. Green Arrow.
Right. Can't go wrong.
Green Arrow.
Yeah.
Good cover.
Mm-hmm. Harley and her Quinn.
Ooh.
A big mallet, and her old costume. All right. So we got some fun Detective Comics covers here. So we've seen this one. We've seen that one, which is a very cool cover. Getting it done. You know what else is getting done? Who doesn't love some Azrael?
Oh, nice.
That's one of the Jim Lee. That's one of the Jim Lee set.
Wow.
That's pretty good, huh? You know what else is cool? That one.
Ooh.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, isn't that great?
I like that. That's a cover of the year right there.
That's in the hunt for one. That is pretty good. Also, like Sal,
there you go.
Facsimile, and again, this is a way to pick up an affordable book because this is a book that not everyone has. Not many have. I think I can think of. How many people can I think of that have this? I can think of a few people that have this.
Is anybody in?
I'm one.
Yep.
Yeah. I got this. This is an issue show. Oh, you know what? I've got all the showcases. That's why I have this. And for those of you playing the at-home game, that was not a humble brag.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
There was nothing humble about it.
There wasn't nothing humble about it.
I'm confused, Gary. Where does your Uncanny X-Men run start?
Uninterrupted with no gaping holes, as Sal would say. Let's see. 1.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. Thank you for teeing that up.
Gary, Joe is asking very generously if you have an extra showcase number 4 for him.
An extra one. I think I'm down to only about 4 or 5 of them.
You can't part with those.
I can't part with those. No, Joe, I got one showcase 4, and that happens to be the most I ever spent on one book. It's not my most expensive book, but it's the most I've ever spent.
Right.
Yeah.
How many Swamp Thing number 9s do you have?
11 now. There's 11 now. Yep. So now
2 more for a baker's dozen.
Yep. There you go.
I don't know where this stops. Yeah, it was funny. I let Sal buy the one, and then I went back and got it at the end of the day. It was my last purchase. So that was great. Penguin. I am digging this story. Tim, you're reading the Tom King Wonder Woman book.
Yeah.
This is Tom King. It is fantastic, man.
When that first came out, I had so much in my pulls that I just had to pass on. And the way you talk about it, I'm kind of regretting it.
I love it. And, even if you don't want to get the regular covers, get the alternates.
Oh,
golly. Yeah, how about that? Isn't that great?
Badass.
That's gorgeous. I love that.
Phenomenal. Oh, great cover. And we'll end up with the recent books with a little bit of Brave and the Bold action.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And those are my recents.
All right. Dan, take us home with these hottest pulls of the week, good sir.
You know what? I was thinking about it. I checked on Comic Hub. You may be right if they're, expecting Dazzler is going to be in Deadpool and Wolverine because there is a Dazzler omnibus that's coming out in a few months.
Huh, how about that?
Of all the characters you could release an omnibus for, why would you pick Dazzler?
Right. Before you get started, Dan, Wes says for Gary, did someone scribble on one of your Swamp Things?
On one of my Swamp Thing ones, no, nobody scribbled. Oh, I have
I'll scribble on it.
Yeah, I have a Swamp Thing 9 that was scribbled on by somebody named Bernie Wrightson. Yeah,
That's right.
yeah, one of my
that was
Swamp
Bernie's
Thing
book.
9. So I have 11. I have 10 others that aren't scribbled on a Swamp Thing 9. But
And ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Brian into the chat. Brian,
Hey,
good to see you,
Brian.
buddy.
yes, we did say Swamp Thing.
Swamp
One of our
Thing.
things.
That's
And
right.
I think I showed last week or the week before. I had a nice meeting with Louise Simonson, and she signed a great facsimile copy of House of Secrets '92, the first
There you
Swamp Thing
go.
appearance. I had that one signed. I was not going to have my original signed. that doesn't need to be scribbled on. That one's just fine, and it's beautiful, raw, 9+ state.
So,
Nice. All
Gary,
right.
that one scribbled on when he creates a time machine so he can go back and have Bernie scribble on it.
You know what? I wouldn't even have Bernie scribble on my
Oh.
on that one. No.
interesting.
All right, Dan, take it away.
All right, so I wasn't able to get everything in my pool box this week because I was a little light on money. So there are like I think 4 or 5 books that I didn't pick up. So I'll get them next week. But so I only had one DC book that I got, which was the one you already showed, the new Green Arrow.
That's a good one to get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flash I had in my box, but when I was picking what to get and what not to get, I was like, well, Flash has really sucked since they relaunched it, so that one can wait a week. I'm in no rush to read that. Same thing with Detective Comics. I'm like, this has really kind of been just dragging on, so that one can wait.
They can wait.
For indies, I got 36 of Something's Killing the Children.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a good book. Like you, Tim, I also got World Tree number 9.
Dude, I'm going to be messaging you and Jamie tomorrow as soon as I read it.
Also, like you, I also got issue 5 of Duke.
Nice.
So I'm really looking forward to reading this and seeing how it ends since it's the last issue. And, I know that they're getting ready to launch the ones for
There you go.
Destro and Scarlet.
Yep. Jamie just let me know that somebody on Twitter retweeted out that we are live right now. And if you're coming in from Twitter, good to see you. Sit down, relax. You're never late. You're always on time. You are about to have the best time of your life on a Saturday night.
Welcome to the show.
That's big. That's big talk there, Bubba.
That's right.
Yeah, we got to live up to that.
The ticker down below tells them what to expect.
Yeah, that's right.
Also got Dick Tracy number 1.
Nice.
Been
I look forward to reading that.
I've been looking forward to this since it got announced. So I'm hoping that it's good. I haven't had a chance to read any of this stuff yet. And then I got 3 more left that are all Marvel ones. I got the Superior Spider-Man number 6. Yes, that is Bagley art.
That is
Mhm.
a great cover. I love it.
It is.
Yeah, it is Bagley.
Hey, when you all go to your
Bet your
store,
ass is Buckley.
if you see a Superior Spider-Man 5, somehow I didn't get that copy. So
Yeah, I'll check for you.
5. Yep.
Ultimate Spider-Man number 4,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
which it's been so good.
It's amazing. Greatest title out there right now.
And then the last one I got is the Wolverine number 48.
Wow.
And even though, it's part 8 of the Sabretooth War, it does not feel like it's dragging on at all. It's fantastic. They're releasing and I think one thing that helps with it too is they're releasing it every other week. So you're not sitting there, because if it was once a month, you'd be sitting there 8 months now and be like, God, this story's still going. But, every other week, it's not that bad.
That's wonderful.
Even if it was 8 months, though, I still would say, it's still good because it's been fantastic so far.
Nice. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was our polls section of Comics Unleashed. Now we're going to give you time to take a pee break if you need to, or whatever you got to do. Refill that glass of whatever you're drinking, be it
Get
water.
your ice cream sandwich. Get your ice
Spirit.
cream sandwich.
And if you
could
don't
do
want to
that
leave, just
too.
wet your drawers. It's okay. We will.
There you go.
No judgment here.
Let's go ahead
That's right,
and
no
talk.
judgment.
Let's go ahead and talk about today's sponsor for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. That would be Comic Logic. Gary, why don't you go ahead and give us all the information we
Oh,
need.
let me tell you about Comic Logic. Comic Logic, we are Loudoun County, Virginia's only comic book store. I happen to be one of the proud co-owners, and we would love to come in and meet you if you're in the Northern Virginia area. We have two big events I'd like to tell you about this coming Saturday, coming up here, May the 4th, free comic book day, and it's Star Wars Day. Those two great universes colliding and in one place, and we will have at those crossroads, at that intersection, we shall have a guest that transverses both worlds. It's going to be Mr. Brendan Wayne, who plays the Mandalorian, plays this guy on the show. When the helmet is on, he is the Mandalorian. Mr. Brendan Wayne also, I'm really looking forward to meeting him because he's John Wayne's grandson. So to get that bloodline, because the Duke is my guy. I love John Wayne, and to meet him, that's going to be absolutely fabulous. So if you want to meet Mr. Brendan Wayne, come get an autograph, come to Comic Logic, get your free comic books. Northern Virginia area, please come see us. Also on Sunday, May 19th, we have our spring lot con. We have a fall one and a spring one. So what we do is we turn our parking lot into a mini Comic Con. We've got about 25 to 30 vendors. You'll get comics, you'll get local artists, local authors. There'll be toys, there'll be jewelry, all kinds of fun things, fun vendors that would love to trade their wares for your cash or your plastic, whichever, they will take both. So we would love to see you. It's also family friendly. Dan and Sal came for our fall lot con, brought their families. Good time was had by all. So if you'd like to come out and meet some of the Codex team, you may be able to do that. I'll definitely be there. Those fellows may be there as well. And you'll get to meet the Comic Logic fellows. So please come out and see us. Comic Logic, Loudoun County, Virginia. We would love to see you.
There you go. And Jamie wants to remind everybody that he is doing a mystery pack giveaway for both Comic Logic events. Jamie, if you wouldn't mind putting the deets to that in the chat right there so everybody knows what they have to do to win that mystery pack. If I remember right, you got to get a picture with Sal, Dan, or Gary from the Codex station at a Comic Logic event.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
There you go. All right.
They'll take a picture with you.
There you go. Yeah. All right. We got one other thing to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, and that is, let me go ahead and show you. So tonight's last night, and for all you new people here, this is perfect. You came at the perfect day because we got something we want to give away to you. Nirvana Comics in Knoxville, Tennessee. They were gracious enough to give us something to give directly to you, and that is Feral. That is Feral #1, the Nirvana Comics exclusive cover right here. This beautiful gem can be yours. All you have to do is a couple of things. If you haven't subscribed to the Codex station, go ahead and do that right now. Right while you're watching us, hit the subscribe button. Make sure that part 1 of this two-parter is taken care of. We'll go ahead and wait.
That's enough time. They did it.
Yeah, plenty. All right, good deal. Good job. You're subscribed. Now, the second thing, right there in the chat, all you got to do is type in #giveaway. That's right, #giveaway, and you will be entered in to win this beautiful cover. You can do it now or throughout the course of tonight's program, or if you're catching this as the pre-recorded version, you can do that before the end of April. Ladies and gentlemen. So go ahead. There it is. Richard, #giveaway. We got you covered, buddy. Don't even worry about that. Anybody else follow suit if you want to win that. No strings attached. Joe, we got you right there.
Good job.
There you go. We'll be keeping an eye on this chat throughout the course of the night so that way we can get you entered in to win this awesome, awesome comic book. All right. And with that, Sal, why don't you go ahead and show us some beautiful back issues?
All right. So I missed last week due to being out of town. So this is my Big Lick Comic-Con score. And, of course, a couple of mail calls as well. So did something new this time at a convention that I've never done. I actually traded some slabs. I traded some slabs and got some
Nice.
raw books and a couple other slabs as well. All right,
So that means at Baltimore Comic Con this year, Sal's going to roll in with a long box full of slabs. Like, who wants to trade?
trade? Damn it!
He's going to be walking up and down the aisles like a carnival barker.
We got all the stuff. We got all the goods.
They got all the goods. All right, so we're going to pull those out because those are the.
We'll get him a custom trench coat that he just whips open, and he's got
Slabs
Yes.
hanging all over the place.
Yes,
Great.
yes,
The guys have all the watches. He's like, what you need? I got what you need.
What you need, kid? What you need, kid? I got it right here.
Pam is here, never late.
Pam.
Always
Hey,
on time.
Pam.
What's up,
Good to see
man?
you. Great to
Missed
have
you
you
last
at the chat
time.
tonight.
Yep. Thanks for coming.
All right, so I believe this was also at the con. I got X-Men number 37.
Oh,
Look at that. 12 cent.
Mhm.
12 center.
wow.
Not
Very
a bad
good.
one. Not a bad copy. Scored this Joker number 5. Look at the color on that.
Ooh.
Nice red. Yep. That's
Mhm.
a very nice red with the,
So,
the Royal
this is a
Flush Gang against the Joker. That's a very sensible fight.
So I got this for $5 because it's a complete story, but it's missing a page that does not affect the story.
Wow.
So I
Pam,
got it for $5.
Pam, if you are almost asleep, don't worry. Our loud, obnoxious voices will lull you right into slumberland.
And Pam, this is not a nightmare. It's okay.
It's a dream come true.
Oh my
Dream
god!
come true.
I had a dream I was in Codex chat. Woke up in
Mhm.
a cold sweat.
All right. Got the Creeper first issue.
Oh man,
Look at that face.
Mhm.
Look at that
that's
face.
cool.
That's a face for radio.
That's a
Yep.
face for radio. Transformers number 7.
That's great. Hey Sal, TJ has a very important question.
What is it?
Did you set up a foot massage booth at the con?
Incorrect. I will not be doing that. That's Dan's job.
No,
Richard says
my
hashtag
job
foot
to say-
massage.
Richard hashtag foot massage.
There's no giveaway for the foot massage, okay?
Let's
Well,
get that
my
trending
job-
on Twitter, ladies and gentlemen. Hashtag
No,
foot massage.
Sal bought a bunch of those little fish that give you a foot petty where they eat the dead skin on your feet. So that's what he's going for.
So it's my
Oh,
job
my-
to set your foot massage stand up. I mean, I'll set it up at the lot con. You can have a table and you just,
You set them price.
Look,
That's a negative.
Wait
That's
a
a
minute.
negative, Ghost
Why
Rider.
do you want to bring the health department in to screw up our lot con? Once he gets them bear dogs up there on the table and they start barking like that, everybody's going to run for the hills and call the authorities.
Without that foot massage, we
where's-
Richard unsubscribing right there.
Thank you. God. I need some whiskey now. You guys make me drink. You know?
Sal's foot massages are one of the things that we will be offering
it's-
at the Codex table at Baltimore.
It's
Comic.
not Sal's foot massages. It's Sal's Comic Corner. Different, okay?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is
Different
no
venue,
longer a comic book podcast or After Dark right here. We are about Manny's and Petties, and Sal. Sal's got all the deets, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Sal's
What?
got a great wall of about 24 to 36 colors that you could choose from for your nails.
Sal, is your dog sick?
But the one that
Why
he
do you need a
recommends most,
pedicure?
the one that he
Not.
recommends most is Candy Apple Red.
Candy apple red. I thought it was Venom Black.
Oh my god.
Venom
No.
Black.
Tongue
No,
drooling
that's
green.
just the gangrene setting in.
Ugh.
All right, Sal, go ahead,
Moving
man.
on. Moving on. Moving on.
What do you got there?
Transformers number 5.
Nice.
Transformers are all dead.
That's
More-
a golf clap.
More than
You
me.
trying to show him a Transformers comics, dicks?
What?
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 Because you were saying like moving on is like he's sitting there. I'm trying to show him a Transformers comics. Dick. Let me
I
go.
know. But I haven't even got to the best part with the Venom variants. Come on, Dan.
Yeah.
You're killing me.
All the colors.
Including the Brown Lantern, which we invented.
That's right. We invented the Brown Lantern. That's right.
Oh,
It's all good, TJ. It's all good. Love you guys too. It's all right.
This is
It's
why
all right.
we do what we do, ladies and gentlemen, right here.
Mhm. So, got a Carnage Black, White, and Blood of 1 in 25.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
nice.
And these are some of the ones. These are the ones you got for trading the slabs. Then
Correct. So I'll tell you what I traded in a minute. Venom 28, another 1 in 25.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Venom number 30, also a 1 in 25.
Wow.
Venom number 29,
All
Also,
this laughter's
125.
clearing my sinuses out.
There's a theme going on here with these Venoms.
Yep. Hold on. We're not
All
done
the
yet.
Venoms.
And we got a Venom number 1 in 25.
Joe, the Venom, the brown emotion is stress and anxiety.
And
The-
it partners well with Taco Bell.
There you
Yeah,
go.
the brown the brown lantern is an unsavory lantern.
Yeah. So
It's always grumpy.
It's
For
the
that-
paper
for-
stain of porta potties.
yeah. Ooh. Ouch. So those Venom 125s, that Transformers number 5 was all done with a trade, and I traded. And I'm sorry. This also is not Moon Knight.
Yeah.
9.8 Moon Knight number
I like that a lot.
27.
Yeah, Stormbreakers variant. That's cool.
Mhm. That is cool. So, this and those Venom variants and the Transformers number 5 and number 7, I traded an Amazing Spider-Man 361 graded as 7.0.
Mhm.
And what else did he take from me on that one?
Was it a newsstand or direct?
It was direct.
Direct,
It was
okay.
It was direct.
At a 7. Wow.
And it was a 7. I've got a 9.6 up there on the wall behind
Yeah.
me there. So I was okay to part with the 7.
Yeah.
And there was one other slab. I forgot what it was. Shoot.
It was
well.
unimportant.
Yep. But yep.
Oh,
it was
the AF-15.
yeah, the AF-15, whatever.
Yeah, it was the AF-15.
So yep. So I traded
Yeah,
that.
Well,
yeah.
you got 5 other ones, so.
Bunch
Yeah.
of
Yeah, I know.
ratio variants. Why not?
Yep. Yep. So so in another trade, I traded. I had a Pray for the Sinner, not numbered. It was signed by Art Germ and Marat
Marat Michaels.
Michaels. Marat Michaels, yep. And there was no value to that because there was no sales on it whatsoever. And when I was wheeling and dealing with the guy, we worked out a pretty good trade, and I traded
Mhm.
that one. Now, okay, so I have to tell you this little story. While we were there, I had a was it the 338?
I heard this story the
Oh,
other day.
hold on. It was a 337 or something. Hold on. Got the wrong book? No, I didn't. I got the right book. Okay. So it was 338. Okay. I
Yep.
got I had a 338 raw. Simonson was doing signings. I got
Show
him
that
to sign
again,
it.
Phil.
Okay.
There we go.
Got him to sign the book. And it was like $10. And the Simonsons are great. They take their signature money that they're charging and they donate to a Heroes Foundation or a
Yep.
Heroes initiative. And
Yep.
that's something I would donate to in a heartbeat anyhow.
Yep.
So I didn't really mind it, and it was $10, whatever. And so I had that raw signed, and this guy had this book slabbed, right? So I traded the signed copy with that Pray for the Sinner.
Hey,
Hey,
Journal.
and-
Good to see you.
Well,
Hey, what's up, Eternal? And that Death Metal Wonder Woman book, I believe it was Death Metal number 3 or number 6.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one it was. But so with those, I got this Thor 9.4, number 338. Okay.
In a newsstand.
Yep. I picked up Amazing Spider-Man number 9, even though it's Zeb Wells' goodness that Tim loves.
The cover's
still an
still
awesome
cool,
cover.
though.
Yeah, that's a
It is
great
cool
cover.
cover.
Yeah.
And this was actually a mail call. And I got these two in trade for those books, and that was pretty awesome. I thought it was pretty good. The guys there were really, the IC was like making sure that I was okay with trading what I was trading, and he was okay with it. But it was kind of funny because he was trying to look up a price on that Pray for the Sinner, and there was no sales records whatsoever. And I'm like, he's like, because you know what the value is of it. I said, honestly, I've looked and there's no value that I can find. He goes, well, how much did you pay? And I said, I think it was about $100 because I had 2 signatures on it. So that's why I figured it was like 100 or 110. And he's like, okay. So we
That's-
kind of traded that for them. So
thank
I
you
felt
for that,
pretty good.
Adam.
Yeah, that's good
Yep.
to know, man. Thank you very much.
yeah, there you go. Thank you. So I got that. Now I have the Thor 337, 338, and 339 all slabbed, which I'm going to crack every single one and take to Baltimore and have Simonson sign them all again. And if it's $30 to the Heroes Initiative, I'll give
Done.
him 50. I don't care. Done
Done.
and done. Done and
Done.
done.
You
You
better
could just
believe.
have him sign the case.
No.
No,
So
I
Hey,
don't
one
want
of
to crack this, Walt. I'm sorry.
Nope.
I need you
how
to.
dare you even suggest that to one such as I?
Never. So, hey, one of my mail calls, I picked up this Dark
Yes.
X. Oh, I'm sorry, Bald
Oh,
X-Men number
that is
3.
great.
No, Dark X-Men number 3. Sorry.
The DNA cover,
Yep.
beautiful.
And it's a foily goodness, and if you can notice right, her eyes actually light up.
Yeah.
She has
with
eyes.
the- yeah, she does.
Nice.
Yep, they do, and they light up, baby.
So do her headlights.
Cracking the
Yep.
slab. He's a madman.
Tell
He's
him
a
about.
madman, I tell you.
Tell him the other thing about that book, Sal, that you told me when you got the slab.
So when I got the slab, I realized I had actually bought the raw copy from another seller.
Yeah,
So
you
this came
made
in.
up
This
for
came in
that,
like
though.
this came out like 3 days. This came to me like 3 days after I got the raw copy because I love the raw copy, and I was like, oh, I gotta get this slab. 3 days later, boom, there's a slab sitting on my door. So I'm like, cool.
But
That's it. And
you made
Yeah.
up on the raw book, though. We made a
did.
deal.
I did.
Yeah.
So I sold that to Tim. We did a little trade, and
Yep.
we're gonna work that out.
Yeah.
So do you want to see the Green Lantern foil variants I got?
Oh
Is
hell
that
yeah!
what the whole box is?
Yeah.
Holy
well,
God.
So from Big Time Collectibles, they did a Green Lantern #1 variant covers of all the lanterns except for Brown Lantern. He's not in this.
We haven't done that
They,
yet.
they excluded him.
That
so they
was
got
a
Green
scratch
Lantern?
and sniff.
Oh my
Yep.
God.
No, it's no scratch and sniff on that. Got red.
Look,
We got our
so
violet.
good.
We got our fear.
Oh,
We got our hope.
yep.
We got our greed.
Agreed.
We got our compassion. We
Yeah,
got
yeah.
this is the life. This is the life or
Yep.
White Lantern,
Yeah.
and this is our Death Lantern. In
Nice.
my unboxing, I saw this and I got it confused with the Death Lantern. It was really
Yeah.
stupid of me.
Yeah.
But hey,
It's easy to confuse, though.
Oh,
It-
so good. Those are so cool. Those will look great displayed.
All
will.
of them.
and yes, those will be slabbed. Those
Wow.
will be slabbed.
Shocker.
Yep. So not sure if I showed this one. I got
Ooh.
X-Men 79 in mail.
The Cobalt Man.
Mhm.
That's one of the reprint issues, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is. Yes, it is.
60s. The reprints were from 67 to 93.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've got 93, but
Yeah.
a lot of the other ones I don't have.
I
So-
got 67.
I'm not sure if I showed these last week or not, but I'm going to show them to you anyhow because I like showing it off.
That's fair.
If you got it, flaunt it.
So got that too. We got to do that one.
My
Yep,
Lord.
Hold on. I think Yep. Okay, we're going to do that one too. Sorry, I'm not prepared.
I guess
Oh
not.
my gosh, I forgot one. Oh, geez, we got to do that one first.
A
Damn,
Venom
it's like
variant.
Tim when he's on
what did
every
I
other
forget?
week. Well, I went to
What did I-
McKay.
There we go.
What did I forget?
I allowed Sal to buy that book.
Wow.
I
And
now
look at
own
the
a
bag
copy of
it's in
Swamp Thing.
too. Look at that bag it's in. It's
So
just
pretty,
shiny.
so pretty shiny.
Swamp
So
Thing
shiny,
9,
like-
my favorite cover of all time.
Gary worked
So-
a good deal, so thank you very much, Gary, on that. He worked a good deal for me on that.
We've
Yes.
got Marcus Aurelius in here with us.
Hey, Marcus Aurelius.
He asks, did you guys see the
So-
Moon Knight #1 CGC 98 Bill Sikowitz C2E2 2024 Mexican foil pre-order? That is a mouthful, and the
That
answer
is
is
mouthful.
no.
Hey, wow.
Put it on a label.
Oh,
Tim's golden vocal cords just got strained.
Yep.
it'd
You know,
take
Gary,
a
it
lot
would be
more than
fantastic.
that to make me cough, ladies and gentlemen.
Mhm.
Oh,
Gary, it
man.
would be fantastic if you bought enough copies of that one Swamp Thing book that you could get a table at a con and just have nothing but that.
Well,
And, like,
and-
No, they're not for sale. They're just for
right,
show.
they're not for
You-
sale. Wouldn't let anybody buy them. Yeah.
You
You
look
may-
at him.
You can look at them. If you want to touch them, it's $10. You
Listen,
know?
like the wall behind you is just like all the different slab ones, and then you got some short boxes and someone's digging through them and it's nothing. He's like, why are there all this? Be like, look, this I don't have to explain anything to you, Warren.
Go back to Joe's comment.
Go back to Joe's comment. Go back to Joe's
That
comment
was
because that's great.
fantastic. Mexican foil in promotion with the Brown Lantern. Yes, sponsored by Mexico and Montezuma.
That is
Yeah.
wonderful.
Wow,
Yep.
that's great. Joe just jumped in the channel and just fits in. He is one of us. One of us.
You're one of us now, Joe.
He
You
just
can't
got
leave.
here and he's making Brown Lantern jokes.
Oh my
Man,
God.
well done, sir.
Montezuma's
Cannot leave.
revenge.
Joe just got here and walked into the kitchen like he owned the place
Yeah,
and got
yeah.
himself a beer. Dude, sit
Yeah,
down.
yeah, he
we're,
did.
we're watching Codex. Come on, let's go. All right,
Yeah.
done.
All right, moving on. So I got this. What
Oh.
if X-Men? Look at that. Who's on that?
What
Who's on
what
there?
if the X-Men and
What
the
if the
Beast
X-Men
was a
died on-
member? That's a what if because he's
Yeah,
an Avenger.
mhm,
I
mhm.
agree.
See, that's right, Gary, because all the
Yeah.
X-Men died on their first mission, and the one
Yeah.
Avenger that was courteous enough to
Absolutely. You're,
That
you're
was a
so
cool issue.
right, Tim. You're so right.
Here
No,
you
he's
go,
not.
Gary. This is for you. Did you see my 3,897 Swamp Thing Bernie Wrights in number 9s?
Oh man. Well, I guess I'm second to you then. Wow. Well, all right. That's my
So
next
what are-
goal.
So
And-
what's going to happen whenever? Oh, you're
He's very comfortable.
welcome.
Yes.
Yeah,
Welcome, Joe.
Good, Joe. You're going to have a great time, man. And we are not even halfway through.
We're,
What is
we're,
gonna
Hey,
happen
Joe.
if they,
Joe,
They
if you're not offended yet, we're working up to it. We're trying.
we're trying.
We're
Sal-
trying our best.
what are they gonna do? What is Gary gonna do if they ever release a facsimile of Swamp Thing number 9? He's gonna go to Rob, and be like, "I need you to order 500
Oh.
copies of this for me. I need you to
Whatever it
order
takes.
every copy that they will allow you to order."
Oh, my God. Okay, Sal, go ahead. I can see the
All right,
fingers
all right.
twitching.
It's all right. It's all right. It's the caffeine. So got this Uncanny Avengers number 2 Foily Goodness.
That
DNA
is
variant.
great. I
That's
love the
cool.
underboob.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
pretty
right.
Somewhat
cool.
impractical for crime fighting, but
It depends.
TJ, Jesus Christ, man. Beast is pushing Professor X out of the Avengers mansion on that cover.
And
Holy
down the
shit.
steps. That's right.
See you later, pro.
Oh wait, the whole team died. Well, sorry, I'm over here.
Not all of them. Not
Not all.
to be you, I'm gonna go get drunk with Wonder Man and bang a
Yes,
bunch of
yeah,
chicks.
that's right. The whole team's dead. That's why I'm happy I'm an Avenger.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
killing me, guys.
Ladies
Killing
and
me.
gentlemen, if you don't know what we're talking about, you got some research to do. Go
Yeah, we did.
Go watch previous episodes of Codex for any mention of Beast being an Avenger or an X-Man.
That's right.
All right. So I picked up Ultimate Spider-Man number 1 variant there.
Doing the hokey pokey.
I like that.
Yeah,
That's
the
nice.
J.
It's a cute cover.
They did the hokey pokey and then they got up and danced.
It did. All right. This is Green Lantern number 57.
Ooh.
This is
Ooh,
pretty nice.
Jessica.
Cruz.
A little cruise action.
Mhm.
The cruise missile.
Yes, indeed. Spider-Woman on sale Wednesday.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
All
that's
right.
good
So
to know.
you know they just did that as a dig at DC Comics.
they did.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because they went back to Wednesday. Yeah.
All right. So I'm not sure if you guys remember this movie because you guys are too young to remember old movies like me. Who remembers this movie, Dragon Slayer?
That is one of my favorite movies ever.
Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. And I got number 1 and number 2.
Oh, nice.
God.
Why?
That was an awesome movie. That's why.
Dragon Slayer.
God.
So good.
Do we need to educate you on the goodness that there was Dragon Slayer?
That's no
So-
claw by the
That's a-
gods. That's
Oh, I know where you got that one.
is a-
Yep. So got this Ghost Rider
That's a
Final
cool
Vengeance from a
It's
certain
awesome.
friend.
From Comic Logic.
From
Supplied
Comic Lodge,
that.
baby.
Thanks to Rob Kalin. Yep.
Yes, he did. So we got this What If X-Men Wedding album.
Ooh, very nice.
And then we got this one. We won't show that one.
Wait a minute. Go
What?
back.
What?
What? Let me see.
Here it
that.
is. That's a great
Uh,
cover, isn't
The
it?
other side.
Oh,
son.
that's the. Oh, there we go. Yeah, the beast.
Hey,
Hey,
ain't that
Yeah, look at
something?
that. Look at that. He's just sinking his argument. Look at that.
His whole argument just fell apart because
Nice.
he's buying Beast Avengers.
I know.
issues
I
right
know.
there.
I got this. It was a throw in. It was just like, please get this off my hands. And I'm like, okay,
I
throw it in
guess.
there. No, I got it actually pretty cheap. And I was like, it's a George Perez Beast, and you can't go wrong with that.
Right?
You know, so
Night of the Beast.
Or that
Mhm.
terrible Wonder Man costume.
you love that
The
costume.
safari
that
outfit.
Secret Agent.
I mean, it's better than some of the other ones he's had, but
Yeah.
it's not the best.
All right. We got a What If
That's
Punisher
cool.
became Captain America?
Yep.
We actually saw that happen in a sorts in the
Mhm.
War Journal just after Civil War.
Yeah, he had that costume they had for him was so dumb.
Well, yeah, but he did it.
Well, there was another what if story. There's been one or two what if stories where they had the Punisher become Captain America.
Yeah. So I got a Saga of the Swamp Thing, number 22.
Nice.
And Tim, look who's on that cover on 22. Look, it's straight in the middle.
Is that the alien?
That's the alien, yeah.
No kidding. He came back?
Well, I think this is like a issue where he's haunted by old I think memories of adversaries past.
Interesting. I like that a lot.
All right. Scored a Amazing Spider-Man 248 newsstand.
Nice. Put
Thunderball
on as well.
Number 218, also newsstand.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
I love this one, 262.
The photo cover. Yep.
And you guys will like this one. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that number 1?
That is number 1.
Nice.
And it feels like thicker than the other ones.
I miss
That's what you
those.
said.
I miss those days when they did movie adaptations. They don't do them anymore.
So, look at this.
The original Raiders. Did you all see them in the theater the first run, or were y'all too young?
I
saw
did.
I was a
did.
year old.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, you were how old when Raiders came out?
Well, Raiders came out in 80, right?
And you were how old?
I was 1.
Oh my God.
Yeah, same with me.
I was either 11 or 10, depending on when the movie came out during the year.
Wow.
Is it 81 we say?
81?
Was it 81?
So-
then I was 2.
So I was 11.
17.
I was definitely.
Yeah.
And
I was junior year of high school.
the face melting did give me nightmares, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
You saw it to the theater because you're fucking old.
There's the F-bomb.
Oh, God.
All right. So I also picked up Transformers number 5 again. So this is the second copy.
Another
Did
one.
you
Yeah, because once again, I ordered this from a seller that packages up the books. So it was like a month and a half before I got them all. And I had picked up the other one at the con. The other one at the con is in much better shape. This
You
one's
can't
very
go
beat
wrong
shape.
with having multiple copies of that.
This has got at least 6 or 7 spine ticks in it, so I know I didn't pay much for it. But you know what? I don't care. All right, so I also picked up a Marvel Milestone Edition, X-Men number 1. Look,
Number 1.
Beast is on there.
That's a beast in training,
Beast in training.
He's not fluent for it, but he looks like he needs a foot massage.
right? There you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is my stash haul pull con mix.
All right.
I saw Star Wars first theater as well.
I did not.
I did see it. Y'all weren't even born. Y'all weren't even born when that came out.
I saw.
Joe, you said you have an OG copy of that. What? The X-Men number 1? That would be amazing. That would be extraordinary.
Well, Joe, join the club then.
If you gave that to me, I would be your best friend.
That would be uncanny.
Ho.
Why are you threatening Joe? He just got here, Sal.
X-Men. Yep, that is a confirmation right there, Gary.
Nice.
The club.
Joe, you're in the club, baby. I got the original.
Go.
Yep.
All right, so I got some stuff to show you. Got some stuff I got for Jamie today, and then I got my own stuff. So Jamie sent me on a quest for the second time.
The Holy Grail?
No. To pick up Detective Comics. He and his girlfriend, Precious, are currently working on volumes 1, 2, and 3. And I go to a store called McKay's in Knoxville, Tennessee. If y'all haven't been there, go there. It is a honey hole on any day of the given week. And I picked up 17 for them today. All but 2 were $1 a piece, and the other 2 were 40 cents.
Nice.
Because they weren't bagged or boarded. So you'll see those. But let's go ahead and start right down the line. We have Detective 607. And yes, the poster is inside it.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So that's pretty cool. And I do believe that is a Clayface story.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So we got that. Then
No, he's clearly fighting the Brown Lantern there.
I thought it was
Brown Lantern.
Well, you're not wrong. So there you go. Then we have Detective 612.
Oh, Catman.
Pretty neat. Yeah.
Yep, very cool.
Detective 614. Beautiful Brayfogle covers.
I like the
Yeah.
cape in that one.
Do what?
Brayfogle, very
cape.
underrated. Or
Cape
not.
action.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very cool.
he did those. Was it the Red Rain and what was the other one?
Crimson
Crim-
Mist or something.
He co-created Anarchy, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Is that right?
Mm.
Yeah, that was during his time. Joe, the Brown Lantern Loaf, whatever. Ask us again at the end of the episode, and we will have Gary recite it for you.
Well, it's gone through iterations, but it's in Darkest Hole.
Save it for the end.
Save it for the ending.
All right, so we got Detective Comics 615, more Brayfogle goodness. I really
There you go.
dig that cover with the penguin in the background. That's cool. Gotham in the wintertime is always nice. Detective 702.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, very cool. Then we have War Games Part 2 of 8. This is Detective 798.
Nice.
Now we go into Volume 2, which was during the New 52 run. This is the one he had the most of, and I did filled a pretty sizable gaping hole for him. So he's almost finished with Volume 2. So we got
you filled your hole.
I filled his hole.
Oh,
We got Detective Hero.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Sailor.
This was one of the ones for 40 cents. Now, without the bag and board, this is in really good condition. I'd call it near mint minus. Issue 26.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
No
That's a great
spine
cover.
picks, no nothing. I love this cover. I think this cover looks great. And this one was the other 40-cent one. No spine ticks again. Again, I'd call it a near mint minus. Detective 31.
That's cool looking.
Then we have Detective 39.
There you go.
Yeah. Detective 41. I believe this is a Murphy cover. No, I'm incorrect on that. Never mind. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, Detective 41. We have Detective 42.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Detective 46 filled his hole and became a Brown Lantern. That is absolutely correct.
That's the origin story.
That's right. Detective 49. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Who says Batman never used a gun? That looks like a gun to me.
Yep.
Then we have Detective 50. I dig that cover.
That's
Yeah.
really good.
Yep. Detective 51, a capeless Batman yet again.
Mm.
Sergeant Jim Gordon faces the Deadly Sands. Okay. And then Detective 52, which, if I remember right, this is the last issue in the run.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's
So-
the new 52.
Right, exactly.
Mhm.
So those are the detective issues for Jamie. And now we will go with what I got at McKay's, along with a couple of mail calls. So first things first, Dan, this is what I got from you. Thank you very much, good sir. This is
Oh yeah.
Lady Death swimsuit special #1.
Nice.
I guess that you hadn't had that. You didn't have it because I didn't
Nope.
remember you showing it off. But I got it as a free book. One of the stands, me and Sal were at, they were like, "All right, you buy one and you get one free." So I got something, and I was looking through. I was like, "Oh, they got some Lady Death." So I was like, "Oh, I'll get this. I'll pick this up for Tim."
I didn't even know that this existed. I had no idea.
Well, I hope that it put a smile on your face because
I did.
I didn't tell him what it was. I just told him like, "Hey, I sent you something.
I love
You
it.
get it in a couple days."
I
think-
bought that book off the rack.
Now, here's some of the stuff that I got at McKay's. This is Marvel Superheroes Summer Special X-Men. Not the spring special, but the one after. So not the good one. But still, for $1.50, can't go wrong. And it's
Those
beautiful
specials were
Arthur
good when
Adams.
they were
book.
coming out too.
Right? I've got the winter special. So now
That
I
was
have the
really
second-
good where they're chasing Santa.
Yeah,
There's a really great
man.
There's a great Franklin Richards story in that one.
It is my favorite story in there. It's either in that winter special or the other one. The one that came out the year afterward is where the kid is playing with the toys, Wolverine toy and squirt gun and all that stuff. And it's this whole epic battle scene, no words, no nothing. And then the kid's mom yells at him and it reverts back to reality and he drops all the toys. And you just realize he's been kid within his imagination playing with toys and all that stuff. But Wolverine's claws pop out at the end. And I thought that was really cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. So with the 2024 collecting goals, I got an issue for that. So this is the last annual I needed for the new Avengers, and that's annual number 1, the wedding of Jessica Jones and Luke Cage.
Nice.
Yeah, so now I have all the annuals for New Avengers, Excalibur, and Superman/Batman. So I'm good on all of that. This was from a Walmart pack that I picked up. This is Fantastic Four number 40.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
That's a great cover.
I like it. I think it's pretty cool. This is issue 37 of Avengers. This is the Fortnite and Marvel crossover. Not too bad.
Yeah.
This one I thought was really cool. So this is a facsimile of Moon Knight number 1, but this is the Walmart exclusive that comes in those collector's packs. Check that out.
Oh, that is really great.
Yeah.
Isn't that neat? As soon as I saw it, like that was the book on the front, I was like, yeah, I'm getting this one. So that is pretty cool. Now I don't have to spend a stupid amount of money for an actual number 1. This is do you remember the lenticular covers that they
Yep.
came out with?
Yeah.
I hated those.
Well, I wasn't a big fan of them, but some of them were really cool. But this one here is the Black Panther issue 166 with lenticular of Incredible Hulk 340.
That is really cool.
Yeah. It's not that I don't like the art. I think the lenticular covers, they feel like fingernails on a chalkboard to me.
That is very true, but
And I don't like it.
this
Even
is
just
the,
thinking about it's making me. Ugh.
this is the closest I'm going to get to an Incredible Hulk 340 for a long time. So this book I picked up at McKay's for 40 cents. And
40
it just,
cents.
40 cents. It just has a little bit of a surface rub, but I don't care for 40 cents. Beautiful.
Who doesn't like a surface rub?
I do.
For 40 cents. For 40 cents.
For 40 cents.
For 40 cents, you can surface rub me all you want to. I will not complain. Just go slow. Supergirl number 5.
Great cover.
Right?
Great
Churchill
cover.
and Michael Turner. Yeah,
Turner. Yeah.
beautiful. This was also 40 cents. In Justice League, Jim Lee for the first 10 issues did all the B covers. And I have Hawk Girl and the Joker, and I found 2 more. So this is the Martian Manhunter one.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Gorilla.
And this one is the John Stewart cover.
Oh,
So-
yeah, that's a cool cover.
Is that not neat?
That was great.
I think that's amazing.
It's the
This-
War Journal one, right?
No, this is
No?
Justice League number
Just-
6.
Okay. My bad.
Yep. So this is one of the first 10 that Jim Lee did all the covers for. the
Oh,
B
all
covers.
right. Okay. Very good.
So this was my most expensive book of the day at $4.25, but I couldn't pass
Big
it up.
spender.
This is for my daughter. She's a big Harley Quinn fan, so I think she'll like this one. This is Deceased number 5.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
That's pretty
Right?
awesome.
Doesn't that look cool?
Mm-hmm.
God, I love it. That's amazing. And she's tearing her face off. That's even better. Gary, this is for you, sir.
All right.
This is the George Perez and the Ween and Patterson run on Wonder Woman. So we got issue number 11,
Oh, great cover. Look at that. Yeah.
right? $1.50.
$1.50.
And then we got issue number 12. I dig this one.
Yeah, great
Yeah,
great
that-
cover. Look at
Yeah.
that. That is fantastic.
What she got in her hands right there. I wonder why. That's
Mhm.
amazing. And then
She
we
saw
go-
Batman using one of those and said, I could try that.
I can
Yep.
do that.
Yep.
Uh,
Saw
and
Batman with the
then
50 cal.
That's right.
I really dig this cover a lot. This one is nice. This is Wonder Woman number 21.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a really
Yeah.
good book.
Yeah, that looks really cool. That's slab worthy right there. Now, the next series I got at McKay's also got 3 out of the 4 issues for $1. They did not have issue 1, which I understand that. You could have got those for Tree Fitty. You're absolutely correct, Joe. Tree Fitty. Get that Loch Ness Monster. Yeah, Dead Man, volume 2. They didn't have issue 1, but they had 2, 3, and 4, and I grabbed all of those. And these are all newsstands. So this is Dead Man number 2,
Mm-hmm.
and this is all because of the episode you guys did on Comic Character of the Week.
The Dead
Right.
Man. Yep.
Yep. So there's that, and issue 3. This I love this cover. This is gorgeous.
That is-
Mhm.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
I think, I think one of us used that cover.
Yeah.
I think it was this cover, issue 4,
Oh,
that somebody used.
yeah, that was definitely used.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you
I
got
remember
that
that one.
transition of
Yeah.
color and all that
Yep.
stuff right there. That's just Sal. I think it might have been you
Was it? I
that
may have
picked
been.
that. It was either you or Gary that did.
And I didn't use
Go to
that
my-
one, but it's cool.
I'll go
Yeah,
to my folder and check it out.
and then I was able to get the entire run of Justice by Alex Ross, Jim Kruger, and Doug Braithwaite.
Val, that's awesome. You got the entire run.
$1 a piece.
Nice.
$1.
And that was made with that Dead Man issue.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
that's
awesome.
what I thought. Now, I've read this before. I loved it, loved every bit out of it. And I never was able to get the single issues. The trades are expensive anywhere you
Yep.
go. And I am so glad that I've got the singles now. And we're going to run through all 12. Issue 1.
Yep. Ross covers, they're worth it. Yep.
Beautiful.
Man, those
raw
are awesome.
covers. The story itself is
Stories
so
kick
good.
ass. Yep.
It's amazing. So this is the heroes cover. There's a villains cover. And
I
Dan,
have I have that in the absolute edition too. And it
Yeah.
is beautiful in that format.
Dan, you and I were talking about this. Thank you, Richard. Thank you very much. We were talking about this earlier today. There are variants. There's like second and third print covers for
Yeah, because there's one like I think they did it with different characters, but I specifically remember the Captain Marvel one because I had it where it's just the white background and it's just
And then
it's
him.
just him standing there looking badass. But I think they did that with, or I know they did it with a couple other characters.
Yeah. So here's issue 2.
Yep.
Nice.
Beautiful cover.
Mm.
Yeah. Issue 3, and look what's happening to old Martian Manhunter.
Fire.
Oh man.
Well, it's a barbecue. It's a
Uh-oh.
barbecue.
Yeah.
Issue 4,
A Marshacue.
a good Bizarro and Superman fight going on there.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
We hate that.
Issue
Mhm.
5.
Nice.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Issue 6. This one I think is my favorite cover.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Joe, you are absolutely correct. Sal, if you want to throw that on the screen, that series should be talked about a lot more than it is. Absolutely, I agree. Pay attention to the Codex podcast on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This series will be on there as a review in the future. Guaranteed.
Ooh.
Issue 7, gorgeous
Yeah.
Hawkman.
Love the
cover.
Hawkman cover.
Oh man, that's an awesome cover. Right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
100%. Issue 8.
Yep. Captain Cold. Love it.
So good. Issue 9. This I think is my second favorite cover.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
Give it Shazam the business.
Right. Number 10. This is a great cover. Black Canary and Green Arrow.
Yep.
Look
Yep.
at that.
That's a good one.
So cool. And then we have issue 11.
That's a great cover.
That
I
is-
love it.
That's a homage to one of the GL covers.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. Yep.
Yep. And then issue 12. I love Zatanna in the foreground and then all these other leaguers going right around her. That's amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, and she's pointing at whatever she's pointing at. So good. All right, that's my back issues for the week. Dan, we're going to go ahead and go with you. And then, Gary, we will let you take the tail end of back issues and then close us out with the showcase you have for tonight.
All right.
I only got one book. I picked it up after well, it's something I've been wanting to get for a while, and it's just, you know, you always Like, I want this, and it's like this book or that book, and I've just always ended up choosing the other book. But I decided to, after recent events, get this before the price jumped up to something dumb. So it's I got it for $14. It's new X-Men 114.
Oh, that's Grant
Cassandra
Morrison.
Nova.
Yeah, it's the first Cassandra Nova.
Wow.
So when I woke up, whatever day it was that they released the new trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine, when I posted it on the group chat, and I woke up and watched it, I was like, oh, that looks. First, I was like, oh shit, that looks really good. And I posted on the thing there, and I'm like, well, and I saw the trailer. It said 1 hour ago. I was like, shit. So I went on eBay, and these were still reasonably priced.
Yes.
Yeah, and these were still the same price, so I picked it up for $14. And
It's not bad.
No, not at all.
Yeah, it's about what the price has been for a while, and it's gone up a little bit since then. I've seen it now that it's around like $20-$30 on there. So, I figured
that FOMO kicking in.
Yeah, well, that's why I said I was like, let me get a copy, because it's something I've already been looking for as I'm working on filling an X-Men, because this I didn't get it because this is when I had quit reading X-Men after they killed Colossus and didn't go back, for a couple of years because I was mad at him for killing Colossus.
Yeah.
So now I'm having to fill those gaps in. So it was one. Yes, I had to fill in the gaping holes. So it's one that I was having to get, that I was going to have to get at any point, anyways. So I just figured, well, let me grab it now in case the value goes up, and
that's
and
very possible.
Yeah. Yep. But even that, like, I don't want to pay $50 for it. So
right.
Yeah, I just went on and snagged it before they go up. Not so I could flip it or anything, just to ensure that it's, that I have that in the run.
Right.
I hated the artwork in that arc.
That's Quietly, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, looking back, I've got a few, like I said, as I'm filling in, the gaps in the run, because like I said, I had quit after they killed Colossus. I've read, of course at the time had seen all the images, and and I've read some of them too. Like, I'm not a fan of the costume redesigns they did in this with, like, I mean, this just looks like a big stupid puffy jacket,
puffy coat. Yeah.
Yep.
But
it's a pirate coat.
All the leather.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of them giving them like this all leather
X-Men, the biker gang.
Yeah. These all leather outfits, and like the way they changed the Beast and they made him more. That's when they started like making him really more feral. Was in
cat-like,
cat-like, yeah.
And like, I like Frank Wheatley's art, but yeah, I agree, it wasn't a good fit for this.
Right.
Yep. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate that.
All right. Joe's got one more comment, and then we will move right along to Uncle Gary. Joe says this. Oh, sorry, Sal.
Good. That's all right.
The
I got
scene
it.
in the run of Embryo, Professor X choking Cassandra to death in the womb.
Yeah.
I remember.
Wow.
Oops.
Oh,
sorry. Go ahead.
Nope. We're good. All right. Gary, back issues, good sir. And then go ahead and dive in with Showcase.
All right. So only 4 back issues for me this week. So I got a few from my good buddy Damien from Warthog Comics. I'm still working on finishing this Wonder Woman run. This was the highest number Wonder Woman volume 1 I needed, 264. Ooh. So Garcia Lopez cover. You can't go wrong. Or I'm sorry, Ross Andrew and Dick Giordano. Dick Giordano cover.
That run ended at 300, didn't it?
I ended at 323 or something like that. Yep.
Then it goes to the Perez run.
Right. And so I think I'm about a dozen issues away from having 195 up, I think.
Wow.
So
those Garcia variant covers are getting ready to come out with look really nice.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So it's Super Friends 15. This is a title that I have neglected. I have a bunch of them, but I just never had complete runs because I like the regular JLA, and the Super Friends were kind of silly and all.
Yeah.
But there's no sense in not finishing it. So I'm going to finish it. So Super number 15. Here we go. Another romance cover because it makes me laugh.
Let's do it.
There we go. Oh, how could he do it? He's telling them our secret. Look at that. And look, they're laughing. They're knowing what she did. She did something that the Brown Lantern would have done.
They know your shame, girl.
So yeah, the Brown Lantern charged his ring in a secret place. There we go. So yeah, and that's a great Nick Cardy cover.
Yeah.
How could he do it? He's telling them our secret. And then, in my goal to finish my Marvel team ups, after this book, I am 7 away from having them all. This is number 4, Spider-Man and the X-Men. Spider-Man and the X-Men, and not a beast in sight. The Mark of the Mutants. There we go.
That's a cool cover.
Yep.
It's not on the cover.
Well, the X-Men didn't exist at this time, except as a reprint book either.
Sure.
So, so that's what was going on here. But that's number 4. So happy to have that. And there we go, 7 more, and I am donezo. All right. Now we're going to do a little. Somebody had a Little Mermaid joke. We were talking about Little Mermaid earlier. Yeah, you lube without lube, you fiend. There we go. We're going under the sea, and we're going under the sea with some wonderful tone covers. This is one of the coolest runs. It only went 35 issues. But the tone covers, they started out in Showcase. There were, I guess, 3 or 4 issues of Sea Devils, but then they got their own book.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's
wow.
cool.
That looks like a great condition too.
Yeah, it's pretty nice for a 1961 book. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Sea Devils, look at that old 10 center. Isn't that really cool? So that's a tone cover there.
Are those bigger than regular comic size?
Well, they're bigger than modern comic size.
Yeah.
So they shrunk. They're not quite golden size. I mean, there's the comics have shrunk over the years. So these aren't golden age size, but they're wider, and they shrunk a little bit. And then the last comic shrinkage was in the 25-cent era, where
I heard it was really cold out that day.
It was, and it stuck. Here's another great tone.
Oh, that's good.
You all right there, Tim?
He's on mute.
He's speechless. He's speechless. How about that one? Look at that.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. Another great example of the tone covers. So Russ Heath is the
Under the sea. Very good.
Yeah, Russ Heath. This is one of my absolute favorite covers of all time. This is maybe a top 20 cover for me.
Ooh.
Oh, that is cool.
That's pretty wicked.
Yeah.
They're breathing fire underwater.
Yes, they are, and that is not easy to do. But you know what? People can weld underwater. All right.
All right. Joe. All right. So thanks for
Joe,
joining us, buddy.
Wonderful to have you. Absolutely. And
come back next week.
Yeah.
And join us on Thursdays for Comic Character of the Week.
And Wednesday for the podcast.
Yeah.
And if you remember a couple of weeks ago, I got a Jerome Winker book. I didn't realize that I'd had this one from before.
Oh.
So this was a Jerome Winker also. So there you go. So I have 2 from that
Nice.
from that great collection. Okay, this isn't a tone cover, but it's still a cool cover. The Human Tidal Wave. There we go.
That's cool.
Yeah. So like I said, these covers are lots of fun. The next one is a tone cover.
Tell for anyone that's watching that doesn't know what you mean when you say tone cover.
It's done in a painterly fashion, and it's just they mixed. I guess it's the gray tone ink they mixed in with it, and it made it have this look to it where it's very painterly. It's really cool.
Like the matte movie posters, and the backgrounds and stuff.
And GI Combat had a lot of them, and they're fantastic. I've shown some of those on the show. And then Mark Nathan, from Cards, Comics, and Collectibles, and the man that runs the Baltimore Comic Con, he said, "I got a book you'll get now because it's a tone cover. It's a Peter Panda DC book that's a tone cover." And he said, "You'll see it, and you'll have to get it." So, so I may have to get a damn Peter Panda book. Look at that one.
Wow.
Ooh,
that's cool.
That's nice.
Secret of the Coral Creature.
Mm-hmm. But these are just wonderful examples of comic art. Sea Devil, here's number 10. I think it's really cool.
Ooh.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Undersea shootout, and they're shooting spears at them
Yeah.
in like an undersea ghost town, which was really, really cool.
Wow.
So, did they have mostly thought bubbles, or did they actually have speech bubbles?
Underwater, they can't talk, so they don't have any bubbles except the bubbles that come off their rebreathing.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
See what I did there?
Oh my God, that's great. Gary, I'm going to start keeping track all these burns so that way when the doctors ask me for a note, I'm going to give it to them and be like, Sal needs the cream, guys.
Oh, no, Sal. Sal, I love you very much, brother.
I know.
Well, you know, the
That was
Brown
a burn.
Lantern has the cream that you need in his utility belt.
There you
There you
go.
go. There you go. But see, again, this is a lot of time. This is a philosophy on DC. Sometimes they let the cover art speak for itself.
Yeah.
That they did not. They
Put
did
it
not.
in,
Yeah, they did not clutter it up.
Well, I mean, you've mentioned that before. Like Marvel
Mainly
would
with
always,
the heart. Yeah.
yeah, Marvel would always put the words, the big speech bubbles and
Splices.
stuff like that on there, and it'd be
The whole
really
damn-
crammed.
Yeah. A whole damn page's worth of dialogue. You know,
Yeah.
on the front. You know,
Yeah.
and DC is just letting this. You know, they'll have the stuff down here a little bit, but not the speech bubbles and the thought bubbles.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. So just so cool.
That is just action.
Is Sea Devils like a affordable pickup, or do you think these are kind of pricey?
Top condition, they can be a little pricey, but you know, for like here, what we got here, Sea Devils 15. You could get, you know, if you were just getting say a 5 in it, maybe you
From
get this for
mid-grade.
$20.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you know, when you move up the condition, you know how where it's going to jump.
Got to
Here's-
start somewhere, though.
Yep.
Wow.
That's a cool cover.
That
Yep.
is cool.
And so I wanted to, you know, and I wanted to show you covers that, you know, I'm sure you've never even seen a lot of these covers, you know, so that was the whole idea. I don't know why I got those on. Here we go. There we go. That's more manly. All right. So this is not a tone, so you can see quite the difference. You know, how cool the difference is. But it only went 35 issues.
Wow.
So the ones that aren't the tone, I'll go through a little quicker, but it's still neat to see them.
Those
Here-
are something else, though.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Isn't that great?
Jeez.
Yeah.
I
It's just-
love that old style artwork. You do not see that anywhere.
No.
Ooh, yeah, I like that one.
Look at that, right? So, and again, we're not cluttering it up with, you know, with thought bubbles and
Yeah.
things like that. Oh God, this next one looks like a sci-fi novel cover.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it does.
man.
Dude, grabbing that whale.
Yeah.
Richard's got a good question for you. Why they switch off the tone covers?
You know what? I don't know. Richard, I have no idea why they switched off of that. And like I said, these are really cool. And they also did them on the showcase issues of Sea Devils where they first appeared. But it's GI Combat. Look up GI Combat in the issue in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. And I'm talking about issue numbers, 70s, 80s, 90s. They are amazing. I think I showed a couple of them.
Mhm.
I bought 2 of them last week that were tone covers that I showed on the show.
Wow.
This is not tone. This is standard, but still cool. You know, still cool. So look, so you do get a blurb here where it's a radio signal, you know, or a loudspeaker rather.
Yeah, but out of how many issues?
Right.
20?
Yeah, that was the first one. Here's another really cool one.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So again, that's what, you know, that's part of what brings me joy is to show y'all covers you've never seen, never even.
I never even heard of Sea Devils.
Yeah,
Me either.
never met.
Me either.
Yeah, so that's what, you know, it's just, you know, I just love this part of comic history. I love. So here, this one is of course not a tone, but it's still cool. It's still interesting.
Wow. Yeah, Richard, you're exactly right there, buddy. Let the
Oh,
art
yeah.
speak for itself.
Oh,
100%.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Grow.
Grow. That's what Wolverines over 40 have to.
Wow.
Here's another one that looks like a sci-fi cover. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
Oh,
Scary
and
with damsel in distress.
That is really
the
cool.
go-go checks on top.
Yep,
There
got
you
the
go.
go-go checks. Look at y'all knowing about. Yeah, see, y'all got the go-go checks logo down. I love it.
I remember.
I know you do.
remember.
Here's a really cool tone cover.
Yeah. We're in the go-go checks era now. That's
Yep.
right.
That's cool.
And
That's
this
how you
you
know
do,
you're in the
Cheese Farm
50s.
remembers.
and you did get some dialogue on this one, but
Yeah.
still, it doesn't. You know, the main image, it doesn't take away from how cool that
Two
is.
issues out of the whole run so far.
Yep. And here's a great big number 30. Here's a great big undersea gorilla.
Wow.
Yeah. Monster gorilla stalks the deep six.
Wow. That's great.
Yeah. Completing this run was kind of hard. I needed number 20 for so long. And then at Heroes Con in Carolina, my best friend Mike found a beat up copy of 20. Oh, and there was a wonderful copy of 20 that this guy, I mean, it was a 9 something plus. And this clown had like $400 on it, which is, I mean, it's probably $200 book in that shape. But he was way overcharged. I said, no, I'm not paying that for that. So even though it was the only one I needed, I wasn't about to do that. Mike found me a beater for like 10, 15 bucks. I was very happy to have that. And then about a year later, I found a nicer copy that
Upgrade.
but I want to get paid $400 for that.
Wow.
So here you go. Here's the third one with a little bit of dialogue on it.
Okay.
But
Wow.
and we're getting toward the end here. Not a tone, but still kind of cool.
That's wild. That looks like an acid fever dream.
It's
That's exactly what that looks like.
a deep 6 time trap.
Whoever the artist was heard somebody talking about the worst LSD trip they ever had.
Yeah.
Jeez.
All right, there we go. The sea wolf.
Yep.
And all right, we got the last couple here, and this one is a tone cover for you.
Wow, that's cool.
That's pretty cool.
Well, you
And
can tell the difference.
Yeah, just freaking gorgeous.
I love it.
And here's the last one. We got another tone cover, number 35.
Ooh,
Oh, that's cool.
Pretty wicked.
Mm-hmm.
man,
Yeah.
that's
So
great.
anyway, so there's your Sea Devils run, and a lot of fun, cool books
Wow,
that you don't see often. And I'm gonna
not at all.
I want to show my favorite one just one more time, number 6.
Eternal's got a good point here. It says it disgusts me with dealers who price their raw comics at their slabbed graded prices.
Yeah.
Complete ripoff. Sometimes I feel I'm the only dealer with reasonable prices. Richard, I know exactly how you feel, buddy. When they mark up by 200, 300, 400%, that's not good business. I think we can all agree on that.
You know, one thing I do is I'll go on eBay like once a week or so, and you guys know because I've sent you auctions. I see I think people like this or Jamie or Thao, whoever, and I'll just type in like CGC graded 9.8, CGC grade 9.9. I'm like, let's see what pops up, because sometimes there's something that'll like slip through the cracks, and I'll see something. I'm like, oh, that's a cool one. And I'll click on it. Like, oh, it's not graded. It's just the person saying, oh, this would be a 9.8.
Yep.
How do I know that? Like, go get it graded.
Yeah.
If you're going to list, and there's a ton of stuff that people list on there on eBay where it says, CGC 9.8 or whatever in there, and it's a raw book. Like, if that's what you think, then go get it graded and then sell it.
Exactly.
Every now and then, sometimes Damien cracks them. And when he cracks them, he takes the CGC label and puts it in the back of the book.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Or in the back of the bag. So you can see that at one time it was graded for that. But, but listen. So when you're looking at a raw book, of course, it's subjective. Right? But sometimes you look at the CGC graded books and you're like, how in the hell is it that graded?
Yeah.
It all depends upon how the grader feels that day.
Yeah, well, it does, because I showed these fellas that Spider-Man 14 I have, which is the first Green Goblin, it's a 2.
Yeah.
It is every bit of at least a 5.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's just ridiculous, so
Yeah.
but I mean, I'm partial. I won't hesitate to buy a graded book if it's what I need, if it's the right price and this and that. I enjoy having them raw. I enjoy being able to look through them. And to me, part of the biggest pleasure in these books is the in-house ads. You know?
Oh, yeah.
One of the books I bought last week had a great big full-page ad for Justice League #1.
Wow.
So cool to see those in-house ads. And then when you get into my Golden Age books and you're seeing ads for All-Star 8, the first Wonder Woman and things like that, it's like, oh my gosh, so good, so cool.
All right, gentlemen, I think that is a perfect spot to put this episode to bed. We have already had others make their way out, and I think it's time for us to do the same. For those of you in the chat, the new people and the people that have been with us for quite a while, thank you so much for sticking around and enjoying this show as much as we do making it for you. TJ, great books and laughs tonight. Thanks, guys, and thanks, Jen. Y'all have a great Sunday. Absolutely.
Thank you, TJ.
And one more time for people that have made it this far, don't forget #giveaway. You have until the last day of April to enter in to win this. Make sure you're a subscriber of Codex right here on the Codex station. #giveaway in the chat, and you are good to go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get the hell out of here. Booby jokes, mounds and mounds of fun. Ladies and gentlemen, we have had that all night tonight.
Brown lanterns.
A blast.
Brown lanterns.
Brown lanterns, yeah.
Brown lanterns, baby.
Once again, for those of you that are new tonight, I hope we get to see you again in some of the other live shows that we do, the Codex Podcast and Comic Character of the Week. If you had fun here, you're going to have a great time over there too. So definitely check out some more live shows that we have. Plus, come back here for After Dark, where all the fun is. All right, let's go ahead and get out of here. My name is Tim the Terrible. This beautiful man over here is Sal the Slab Guy. Over in that corner right down there is Dan the Kelly Art, the road manager for the Ric Flair of comic books himself. I can't hear it. There it is. Uncle Gary. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Codex After Dark Comics Unleashed, and we will see you after these beautiful words uttered from somebody right here.
Hulk 180. Hulk 180.
Oh. Maybe we should just leave them with the image of that. What do you say?
Avengers Annual 14.
There you go.
All right. Thumbnail, everybody. Get your smiles ready. 1, 2, 3.
Thumbnails.
Okay, great. Now we're out of here. All right. Love you guys. Bye. See ya.
See you, folks. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
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 One more
Everybody.
time, please. One more.